Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to mask on, still COVID. Uh, love Singapore. Today I'm gonna do a replacement of my this fuel hoses because I have replaced. I've done a major overhaul on the engine, the whole thing. The engine was taken out and redone everything, the timing chain, the small bits of electrical sensors and everything. And so when you drop the engine, you have to remove all the hoses and everything. So what happened is that when they start removing the hoses, and the engine was sit for about a month when the engine was removed. So once the thing starts up, the fuel starts to leak from the injection hoses. So today I'm gonna change the hoses because the hoses that I bought locally was not that great, and they start to leak from the Jubilee clamps. But because Jubilee clamps are not constant pressure, they just grip, and then due to fatigue it opens up, close, then it starts leaking again. So I have bought proper hoses, fuel injection hoses from the web, and today I'm going to change it. So I'm going to show you where the hoses are on the engine, why is it leaking, and what tools and stuff that I've bought to repair it. So I shall switch to the front camera, and I shall show you where the thing is leaking and what I'm going to do. Alright, just a moment, I'll switch to the front. Right, this is the front. As you can see, I've took out the cover for the engine. I can review the injection hoses here. So you can see the injection hoses with the Jubilee clips. So this is where they are leaking all the time. You can tighten it, and then it still leaks after a while because of the constant expansion and contraction when the engine is running. So it starts leaking from all there, all the way to the front. It basically comes in from the fuel hose here, then it goes into the high pressure pump, which is here. Then it will go down the metal tube all the way to the fuel rail in front. Then it goes into the fuel rail all the way, and then it goes back into here. Basically it goes back into here, and it goes back into the high pressure pump again. So it's a cycle. So what happens is that when I start in the morning, especially in the morning when it cools down, the hose contracts and everything contracts, so it starts to leak. So I'm going to change all this with constant pressure clips. So there you go. I'll show you what I've bought to do this. Let's go to the back. Right, you can see this is my boot. So my boot got lots of stuff. I always have a toolbox which is like 10 kgs. Too many stuff behind. But anyway, these are the hoses that I bought. Proper fuel injection hoses. They are tougher, so they will hold better on pressure. And this is brand new. I bought from the web. And these are the clips that I bought. You can see these are the ear clips, which I will use all these clamps to clamp it down. Right, and this is the original hose. Here you can see there's a quick coupling with one of the hoses, and then this is the original one, which leaks after years. After, I think this car is 11 years old, so this is 11 years. It's still nice and pliable, but the thing is that it starts leaking. It becomes very hard here. So this is the one that I've changed already. As you can see, it's very hard. It hardens and then it splits at the end. So these are no good. So that is why I bought new ones here. So these are the clips that I'll use. Basically it clamps in down, and then these are the constant pressure clips which I've also bought. These are not very good because they are too thin. The original ones are very hard. You can see these are the constant clips, constant pressure clips. You can't even move with your hand. But these are not very strong. It's about the same size. You can see but I can squeeze it in my hand, so they are not very strong. So I shall not use this, but I shall use this one, right? Someone starts the engine again. Well, so these are the tools that I've used. All right, I shall show you the repair. Right, I've put the camera in this angle, so I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. First, I'm gonna take out the metal pipe from the hose, from the fuel rail, so I can remove the hose. Then it's easier for me to do the clips and everything. Right. Okay. I'm gonna put some cloth underneath so that I can get the petrol is gonna leak out as I open the fuel hose. Which is here. This is a 17, so I'm just gonna release this hose here. It's a clamp. It's a right. It's a tight fit. Well, I've left it overnight, so there should not be any pressure inside today. Alright, it's open. Alright, no fuel pressure, no leaking, but there's bound to be some fuel inside, so yeah. I'm gonna release the Jubilee clamp here. Right. There should be some light here, so you can see. Alright, it's loose. So I need to change these hoses again. Alright, I'm gonna remove this and pull this out. Right, it's quite tough today because I've clamped it so tight. This clamp is no good at all. I shall go and get my super bright torchlight. Right, you can see it's there. Oh, this is the offending part. The clamps are quite. See, here you go. I shall not try not to scratch it. Right, it's off. A bit of fuel leaking out, you can see. So I'm going to move the cloth so that it catches some of the fuel there. Now this is going to come out through here. Right, and this is the part. There's already some split on the hose, you can see right there, and it becomes very hard. So I'm going to change this. Alright, so at the same time I'm going to remove this one. So basically you have the fuel pipe that goes there, right? So what happens is that the Jubilee clamps are not good. I shall use back some of them. This one I think is not good already. Alright, it's not turning well. So you can see it's quite stiff. It's not turning. So I'm gonna remove all this and get a new one. Alright. I'm also going to change this one on top here. Just loosen the clamps. This one I'll get to, I think I need to use this. I can't get it with my hose, screwdriver. See? Good. More fuel is coming out. All right. Right. You can see it's out. So this is the other hose. Alright, I'll change this too. Oh, look at this. It's also cracked at the bottom, look. So that's not a good hose. Alright, so you can see all the hoses are out, all the rubber hoses, except this one. This is the main pressure hose. And then the fuel comes in through this clip here. I shall see if I can remove this so I can do a proper clamp on it. Right.
Let me see if I can remove this clamp first. There's a code to use to remove this, but I don't have it. So I shall just...
Let me see. Right, I shall figure this out first. So stop the camera. Right, I've decided to remove the bracket so that it's easier to get the clip out. Just hope I don't drop any screws while I'm doing this. Because once I drop it, I can't retrieve it. Right. So the bracket is out. You can see. So now I can remove this using my hands proper. Still stuck. Right. See? This is the whole bracket. This is the L clip that I've used. This is also the wrong clip, it's slightly too big. You can see it's split the hose here. So with this, I can put on the hose properly. So it's out, and I can basically clamp the hoses. Now I'm going to cut the hoses so that I can get the correct length. Alright, it's out. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the hoses. Right? Alright, so basically this is a bigger hose, this is a smaller one, and this is the coupling for the joint. Okay, I shall go to the back and cut some hoses. Right, as you can see, this is the original hose with a coupling. I don't have this coupling, I ordered it, but it's not here yet. So I'm just gonna do the same just now. So they have cut to about the same size, the same length. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is the original hose. Right, still pliable, soft, but this one has hardened so much. See the difference? This one can still bend without issue, but this one has cracked in it already. You see, as you can see. Right, so these are the new hoses. This is also the old one that I've changed. These are the new hoses that I have got. So I'm going to cut the section of this for the new one. I'm going to stretch it out so that I get roughly the same length. Right, so it's about here. Injection. Alright, so this is the new injection hoses. So what I'm going to do, right, my Swiss arm knife, and then I'm just gonna slice it nicely here, right down, clean. All right. So it's a clean cut. All right. So this is gonna be slightly longer, about the same. Yeah. So I'm just gonna use this to replace it. All right. Right. And for the fuel hole, for the thinner one, I'm also gonna measure out. Right. Roughly. So I'll stretch it out a little bit. Here to here. Right. There's some bends in it. So roughly it's gonna be about here. So hold it there. Let's stretch it out. So that I know that the length is going to be roughly there, right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna slice it. Always cut longer, just in case. Measure twice, cut once. All right, so it's a nice clean cut. Make sure there's no clean blow through it. So this is gonna be about the same length. So even the one that I've used just now is slightly shorter, you know, so I just cut slightly longer so I can fit it properly under all the other stuff. You can see. So this is gonna be like that. Like that. Sorry. Like that. Here. And yes, about the same length. Alright, so I have the two new hoses that I'm gonna do. Right. Here. So what happened? Let me take this out a bit. So this will fit exactly here. Into this. Right. It's a bit tight, which is good, so that right. Clean it a little bit of fuel. This has some petrol on it. Alright, it's smoother now.
Sorry, I need somebody rich. See?
Well, this was a tight squeeze. The hose is really tough, so it's good. Now I've got it in. I'm going to use the constant clamps and clamp it in, and then I'm going to put this here. I hope I can squeeze it through the small gaps underneath the engine. Then I'm going to put another clamp, which is here. So I'm going to put it together like that. I'm going to use a little bit of engine oil to loop this thing so that I can get it in easier, because it's very, very hard to squeeze in. Later on, the bigger one, the bigger hose is going to be tougher. Look, the hole is so small, but it is so big. I don't know whether I've got the correct hose, but I hope I can squeeze them in, because this is the same size as I got from this, but this obviously is a much softer hose. This is a harder hose, so I hope I can get it in here and to the other side of the engine, which is same size as this. So this is about 8 mm, 7.98 because it's the standard size for the clips. So I'm gonna clamp this now. So I hope everything goes well, and I no need to redo everything again. So this is the tool to clamp it, so it grips the thing properly, and then I just squeeze. So you can see, so it's like that. All right, so I will just squeeze and hope that everything goes as planned. So it's in as tight as possible. You can see. Right, so the clamp is in, you can see. Right, so this is now secure. Right, maybe I should use a bigger clamp, but I think this will do. You can see. That's the most it will go. All right, so now this is tight. Right, okay, so I shall put this on the other side. As you can see, I'm going to give it a little bit of engine oil, which I have here. Just a little bit on the bottom. Let me see if there's some oil inside. Yep, a little bit of oil. So I'm just gonna loop this so that it goes in easy, not too much. Just gonna clean it off a little bit. All right, I'm gonna put the clip in too. Maybe I should use a slightly bigger clamp, like this one. If it's too big, it may not be tight. So I think this will be good. All right, this is the same size. So I'm now gonna try to squeeze this in. This will be this way. Well, I'm not gonna bore you with this difficult section. I'm just gonna cut away. Right, it's quite tough though. Right, this is this way, so this will be this way. All right, should go in. All right, then I'm gonna put the clamp on just past the notch. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna squeeze just past the notch, which is here. I'm gonna squeeze gently. All right, and all the way to get a hard squeeze. Okay, so we have a fixed fuse hose right here. Right, so this is tight. It's not going anywhere. Same goes for this side. It's tight. Now, big one. Again, get some oil. A little bit of oil from my. Always good to have some oil. What I'm do is gonna just go over. Well, oil is okay. It goes into the fuel. It will just burn off. All right. All right. Expiring. So I'm gonna get the new one, which is here. And I'm just gonna squeeze it again. Let's hope it goes in. Wow, this is gonna be hard. Right, I've got it in at last. It's very, very hard. So just gonna use the clips again, the constant ear clips. I hope this is, I can clamp this properly. Seems like it's a bit too tight because down here is fine. Down here on the inside there's a bit of expansion. It does go in. Right, so I think I'm just gonna use this. I hope it can clamp. Or maybe I'm gonna use a bigger one, a slightly bigger one. This is smaller, slightly bigger one. And this one goes in just nice. Well, actually this is just nice. But this is loose, but I'm not sure if I can clamp it down because there's so much gap inside. Right, look, squeezing of the hose give me a blister on my skin. Ouch. So I think I'm gonna use this one, which is fits just nice. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Right, just after the notch, and then I'm gonna clamp it down like that. Just have to hold it properly. Right, once it grips, I'm just gonna slowly squeeze until the whole thing is clamped down properly. So like that, all the way. Okay, so I think this will hold. Right, it's a nice clamp. Everything seems tight. There's no splits in it. So this is a repaired hose all the way to the front. Right now is to put it back into the car. Let's hope it fits. Let's go. Now it's gonna go in there. Right. The only problem is getting them through underneath the whole thing. That is the tough part. So I'm gonna try to see if it works. Because I can't see exactly where everything is. And something is in the way. Let me see. I can adjust it. It should come through here. Right. Seems to go through. put it underneath. Let's see. Oh, it's stuck somewhere. Let me switch on my lights. Okay, I gotta go through the other way. Oh, sorry guys, it went off. Oh no, so I need to put it under the hose, or else it will not fit. Under here, right, and over this side.
I need to pick it up from under here, so that will be the tough part. Alright, my hands are small enough. I think I'm alright.
Okay, it's in. All right, so I just need to put it back on put the bracket back. This is the one, this two. All right, so you can see everything is back in, including the hose in front. I don't know if you can see it. All right, gonna give it a blow, so to make sure that everything stays in, no dust. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna put back the pipe properly and screw it in. It's gonna be a bit tough here because I can't see anything. Right, it's in, and this will go here, and everything's in. Great. All right, I'm gonna adjust the hose a little bit so that it gives a bit space on the bottom.
Right. And I'll just show you.
See, hose is all in on the bottom. It connects to here, and it goes under the high pressure hose, which is here, right? And it goes behind, and it comes here, right? Okay, so put it back on the stand. Right. So it's in. I'm going to put back the screws here, but in the meantime I'm going to push this thing in here, which is the tough bit. Alright, I'm going to get myself some oil, clean off the brass here, which is this one, so it's clean. And I'm going to put some oil. So I was just gonna put it in like that. Get the clips first. Right, so this clip is gonna go here. Alright, or maybe I should use back my Jubilee clamp, so I'm not sure. Well, I think I just use the clip which is cleaner. I see whether my tool can grip first, because the tool have to be able to grip. Yep, I can, so I'm gonna use this. Put it in. Alright. Then I'm just gonna try my very best to squeeze this hose in, which is actually quite tight.
Well, it's almost about the cm in, well, which is about enough for the grip to grip, but I'm just gonna push some more. I hope I don't break this.
Oh, it's about here, so I can grip actually.
I think I'm good on this. Tight now. Okay. Not too tight. Hose is correct. Clamp is correct. Now I'm just gonna clamp this and put that in nuts. Don't drop it. Right. Okay. Right. Oh, I'm filming this in the camera in a way. So, alright.
Alright. So I'm just gonna clamp this. I can't get it any further in. Right, so let's hope this works. That's here. Alright, I'm gonna move it with my hands like that. Alright. It's in. Gonna give it a hard squeeze. And it's in. Okay. Let's hope this works. Alright. It's all there. Gonna plug back the fuel line. Just goes in like that. And the moment of truth. Alright guys, see for me, if any fuel squirts out when I plug in my key, because once the key goes in, the fuel is gonna come out. If there's no fuel coming out, then we have success. Any fuel? Nope. Seems dry. Down here? Yep. Everything seems dry. Alright. I'm gonna push it back. Oh! Whoa! See, you can see the fuel pressure. The coupling is pushing back up. I'm just gonna start it. Test it for a few days to see if it leaks. So it seems good. I hope. Alright. So it's in, it's not leaking here. It's not leaking here, you see. So everything should be alright. Okay. Shall cut the front. Right. It's so bloody hot that I'm perspiring. I cannot put on my mask because I keep cleaning and the mask is all wet, and now it's started. Everything seems alright, and let's hope it goes well. I shall check back with you a few days to see whether if the thing holds, the hoses holds. I think it should. Everything is clamped down properly, so it's good. Right, shall see you again, guys. Take care. Took me a while because the hoses are good quality. It's very firm, but it's pliable, it's flexible, and but it's really hard to push the hoses into the pipes. So I shall let it run and see how it goes. Alright, okay guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you ring the bell, is that what everybody say? Yeah, please ring the bell so you know that I've put on the new video. Right, so this is for my 159 Alfa Romeo. 3 injection hose fix. Right, I shall see you guys again. Thank you. Good day. Bye.